Hello Scorpio, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Scorpio, I shuffled the zodiac deck and you came out. It's your turn for a reading. Spirit wants to talk to you. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to use actually the same deck I used with Pisces, the tea leaf oracle deck and the Kippa. Let's see what happens. I'm going to define this a little bit more though. I am going to define it. What comes out over here is Scorpio. What comes out over here is something outside of Scorpio. So let's take a look, see what is the tea, what's going on, what's the tea with Scorpio, what's the tea of something outside of them. Tea time. Scorpio, a funnel. A period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Okay, so you're learning something. Something was maybe more difficult than you thought it was going to be, but it's kind of like a fun. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. I'm looking at this funnel. Now, if you've ever thought, now this is something that you learn. Okay, now there's two things that's coming in with this. The first one is when I used to make like my own natural face serums and creams and stuff, and I would have to like funnel the stuff into bottles. And one thing I learned is if the funnel fit the opening of the bottle like super well, it wouldn't let air escape, right, out of the side from the funnel of the bottle. And it would just quickly overflow out of the funnel. It just wouldn't go in. So I would have to like give it a little jiggy so that air could be removed as liquid went in. So anyways, I learned over time to put a funnel into the opening that was a little bit smaller than that. So, right, like that's something that you learn. You think, okay, this fits perfectly. No, it's not how it's going to work. Now, the other one is a funny little meme that I saw, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago. I thought it was hilarious. And I shared it on my channel. I don't remember if it's still there in the community section. But it's a guy trying to pour a cup of tea or something, or milk, into a cup of tea. And he's aiming for the pot or the teacup, and as he pours the milk, but the milk dribbles down that he's pouring from, and it ends up over here. It's called me learning from my mistakes. So then in the next one, he's like, okay, so then I'm going to actually pour over here, and then because I've been shown what's going to happen, but no, then it comes out properly. It doesn't go into the cup. That's this whole energy here of this. It's like, oh, well, it should have worked that way, and it didn't. That's exactly what this feels like. Something going on for you. All right. Now I understand how I'm supposed to do it. So then you adjust, and it's like, well, that's doesn't fucking work. It's almost like this energy of like just sometimes there's variables that you can't account for that you don't even know about. All right, but you're learning. So what's the energy outside of you? What is the energy outside of you? Egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. Ant, work achievement success. Sun, happiness and well-being. Well, fuck them, huh? It's like, well, what the hell? You know, that does give me the feeling here. Like, you see it, like, okay, you're frustrated, like you're trying. Lessons to be learned, or something that you haven't figured out. Or is this, I don't know, this energy could even be like you in the future. It's outside of you. It's not your experience right now. Because whatever this is like, I got good plans. Because I have good plans and I put in the work, I get a work achievement and I have success. I have happiness and well-being. I kind of want to say that I feel like because you're learning lessons here, you've been frustrated. It almost gives me this feeling too, like, don't give up. Whatever this is that you're working through here, don't give up. Oh, I'm also seeing, it's funny how many things are coming through with this. There was a post I just saw in, it's kind of like a DIY group. And there's somebody who has like pretty decent carpentry skills. And they were trying to make, I think it was like a recessed drawers. And it was like, you know, the first time you do it, it's not right. It doesn't line up. And then but then you learn something about that. So you make an adjustment. So then when you adjust it, oh, now you see how important something else is. So then you adjust. It's almost like there's something here that needs constant adjustment. Kind of gives me this feeling like there's a lot of, right, like variables It's like there's a lot of variables to something. Because even though that guy with pouring the milk or pouring the tea, whatever it was, I don't know if he was trying to share tea with another person from one cup to another. And so you line, I'm aiming the pour. This is what happens. I aim the pour, but it dribbles down the cup and comes over here. So, okay, now I think about, okay, so then the second time, I'm going to pour over here and I'm going to aim where I think it, but it doesn't. It actually comes out the right spot. I want to say there's a variable there that, right, we don't understand until we actually do it. It probably has something to do with the cup being wet. So I don't know. I would think because moisture molecules attract each other, but I don't know. I mean, and this is the whole thing. Like, it feels like that's what you're going through here. But there's success assured with good plans and hard work. There's a work achievement success, and then there's happiness and well-being. It's like it all becomes clear. Whatever you're struggling through, it's all going to be clear. Oh, broom, new home, new attitude. So maybe you got a new home and a new attitude. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Maybe you're trying to clean out your home so you can have a new attitude. Or you've been doing that and there's things here you're like, I need to get rid of this. But then when I got rid of this, this happened. Oh, God, have you ever done that? You've hung on to some things for like ever. Like just, you know, little weird things. You hang on to it for like 10 years and you think, you know, I've never had a need for this thing. I'm just going to throw it out with the other stuff or donate it. And not a word of a lie, like a week later, that's exactly the thing you could have used. And for 10 years, nope. I'm going to try pulling out one card for each of these areas. Community. Period of frustration. Lessons to be learned in your community. Well, that's very interesting. There's a lot of variables in that. That's not just an inanimate object. It's a lot of biological objects doing their own thing here. So it's very curious. Okay, this energy outside of you. Oh, I feel like you've learned some things about some people here. Adjudication. I don't know. I feel like court is something that adjudication. Success is assured. If you've got a good plan here, are you going to court for something? I don't know. It's like court. Criminal activity was in the Pisces reading. This doesn't feel like criminal activity, but I don't know. Maybe. Hell. A period of frustration and lessons to be learned in the community. That does feel difficult. This is kind of like, oh, I thought that person was my friend. I guess they weren't. Or, well, I guess you better be careful what you tell your who you tell your secrets to, right? Like, yeah, you learn something there. Well, this is interesting. So something's coming through here where it's almost like, let's say, I don't know. Well, this is interesting with Scorpio, right? Because Scorpio can be very secretive. And I would imagine that Scorpio generally is probably very particular with who they share their personal information with and secrets with. This is almost like you start to, so there's something going on where you start to figure out that there's something about what's going on in my personal life here that it seems like it's being leaked. It's being like leaked out and you don't know where that's coming from. And then it's almost as if, let's say you're talking to someone, I don't know, there's a community here around this. So it feels a little bit complicated, but it almost feels, which is funny. Pisces was so fucking complicated. There was so many people and so much going on. I like it how it's coming out here. And I'm wondering if there's somehow, because you're water signs, that's what Spirit picked out 2 water signs to talk about today. And this is almost like something comes out about your personal life or something that, you know what, this is not something that I wanted other people to know about. I don't know what it could be. It could be anything. Quite honestly, with Scorpio, it could be like the color of your underwear or where you buy it. Like, I don't want anyone to know that. But something comes out and then you think to yourself, now wait a second. There is only one other person besides myself who knows that. There, that's almost like you, right? Because you're learning something. You're learning a lesson here. I want to say there's something to that. Where it's almost like you feel like I don't know who I can trust here. And that's the frustration, right? Especially if you're dealing with community. No man is an island. No woman is an island. So, you know, if this is work, if this is neighbors, if this, you know, whatever it could be, to be frustrated with that and how I learned my lesson there. I feel like there's something like that. Like, something that happens or something, either, I want to say you're either in the process, you're in this cycle. It's either happened or it's about to, where you're going to, I don't know, realize where either you're being kind of betrayed, because you'll realize there's a piece of information going around in your way. Like, wait a second. The only other person who knows that is, so there's my leak, there's my problem. Now that's very curious that you have adjudication over here in this other area. I don't know, it may or may not be you. But this is someone who's someone or something here who's going through some sort of a court issue. Something that has to be mediated, adjudicated. With good plans here, there's success. You work, you put the, yeah, somebody's going to have success here and they're going to be happy with the success they get. I'm even wondering if this is something, like maybe you could be involved with someone here in some type of a legal matter. And you went into this inexperienced. And boy, have you learned your lessons. That's interesting. Marriage at the bottom. New home, new attitude. Maybe some of you are getting married, or you moved to a new home. You got married and moved to a new home. Maybe you got married and moved to a new home. You're in a marriage and you moved to a new home and somebody's attitude changed. Was it good or was it bad? I don't know. It doesn't say, does it? It just says an attitude. It's a new attitude. I wonder, did you move somewhere new and the community was frustrating? You learned that. That's so curious. All right. Tarot. Now it's the tarot time. I'm getting hungry. I'm hungry. Tell me about the community. All right. The Four of Cups. That's interesting, right? I want to say there's something pretty negative about this community energy. And the funnel, right? It's like a cup. It's being involved with a group of people that feels like you kind of, because of that, you miss out on something better for yourself. What lesson did you learn? Or what lesson are you meant to learn here? There's lessons to be learned here. Judgment. People living in glass houses throwing their little fucking rocks. That is. Isn't it funny who comes out of the woodwork when there's a little bit of gossip or something? I don't know. Well then. Well then, well then, well then. I feel like you've gained or you're gaining some type of higher perspective. Surrounding some type of group of people. Could be a work community. Could be a neighborhood. I don't know. Like it could be a neighborhood. That. I just heard a little Peyton place. What the hell is that? What's the Peyton? I've heard that before. Isn't that a Dolly Parton song or something? A little Peyton place. A little... What? Oh, I didn't spell it right. it's a novel. Isn't that odd? Why is that coming in? Peyton Place is a 1956 novel by the American author Grace Metalius, set in New England in the time periods before and after World War II. The novel tells the story of 3 women who are forced to come to terms with their identity, both as women and as sexual beings, in a small, conservative, gossipy town. Oh, that's funny how that just came there. Yeah. Oh, I missed a couple phone calls here. I don't know why. Anyways, we're doing you right now. Well then, right, because judgment. Frustrated with this community. Okay. Did you move to a little Peyton Place? Did you move to a little Peyton Place here? And, oh, a little... You know, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, you know, people with a shitload of money, they often have, like, nothing better to do. Talk about other people's lives and feel victimized by the poor. That's how it goes. Okay. Those poor people. Why are they bothering me? Okay, so adjudication. Adjudication. The Knight of Cups. The courtroom of your heart. That's a strange card to pull out there. The Knight of Cups. This is about a matter of the heart here. A matter of the heart. Success is assured with good plans and hard work. Oh, the Nine of Pentacles. Well, that's very interesting. Well, maybe somebody's leaving their little Peyton Place. Adjudicate. That looks like somebody like being single. Maybe that's what people are talking about. Ooh. Oh my God. This reminds me of a place that a girlfriend I had years ago moved to. It's a little bit north here. At one point she said to, I don't know, I was like, it seemed like a nice community. And then, I guess it depends what you're into. But no word of a lie. Her and her husband were the only ones that stayed together. And then everybody else switched partners. They all got divorced and they all married. Like other people in the group was just like, what's going on? Every time she told me, I'm like, what is going on up there? Anyways, so work achievement success. The Ten of Swords. This is like, there's that backstabbing betrayal energy. Happiness and well-being. The Four of Wands. There's a lot. There's a lot that's happening here. So, I gotta say, I feel like I'm picking up the energy of someone here who, in a marriage, or you got married, maybe this was the matrimonial home, I don't know. There is a new attitude in this new home. I don't think it was the best attitude. I don't know if it's the attitude of a partner, your attitude, whose attitude it was. But I do feel like it was at least influenced by the community. I feel like this was perhaps a negative community that could make it very difficult to see when good opportunities came your way. If there was a good opportunity, somebody was probably talking like smack about your opportunities. People might have been talking smack about an opportunity too that was a good opportunity to kind of make you sidestep it so you would miss out. Kind of gives me the energy too of maybe a group of people here who always have a negative mindset. So even if there was something that was good, they wouldn't recognize it as that. There must be something behind that. Something, you know, everybody wants something. A little Peyton Place. And now I see, so now this looks like somebody, it looks like possibly working on your own. That's a possibility here, but it looks more to me like someone getting divorced, a matter of the heart, or is this joining the matters of a heart? Because the happiness and well-being is the Four of Wands. That's like joy with others. So I feel like you're moving out of something here. Something. Did you hear my tummy, girl? Oh, the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. This is difficult energy. This is honestly like you've really got to watch your back here. It's almost like being forced to be sneaky and always needing to replan. I wonder if it's a kind of like what are those communities, like a gated community almost, or something, like where everybody knows what everybody's doing. Under the Ten of Wands is the Six of Pentacles. It's like people paying attention to who's doing what and who's giving what to who. The Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. Well, I'm not enough coming over here. Like, this is like being really critical. This is like, you need to really use your mind wisely here and watch your back. Seven of Swords, the Empress. It's almost like hiding your partner in the basement. What the hell? I don't know. It feels like something really unjust here. Something very unjust, but let me tell you, there are some lessons that you learn in this. Boy, do you learn probably an awful lot about human dynamic, the political and primate aspect of human social activity. Politics is very much a primate thing, man. You watch chimpanzees and gorillas, you know, it's like instinctive and it's primal though. It's like the beast within people. It's, you know what, I don't have what it takes to actually be able to do something or compete in this situation. So I'm going to form a certain alliance around myself so that I can, like, right, you don't see that in other animals doing stuff like that for the most part. I'm going to form an alliance around myself, and then I have to constantly navigate and negotiate that alliance. And if it looks like the alliance that I formed here is not going to be the group that is successful, I need to form another line. So there's no real morality there. It's, yeah. So, okay. Let's just see, under the Nine of Pentacles, under the Ten of Swords, and under the Four of Wands. This feels like a better energy. I'll tell you that. Maybe this is where you're going. Maybe you've even, like, I don't know, if you were in a relationship, maybe like you could have thought your partner or someone close to you was a certain way, and then you get into a community, you're like, holy, no, I thought I knew this person. I do not know this person. I don't know. Under the Nine of Pentacles is the Strength card. This is like independence and strength here. Yeah, I would say you definitely want to be, even if it's just independent from whatever that is. And then you work hard, you'll have your success. Work achievement success. The Ten of Swords. The Page of Pentacles. But there's betrayal there. Maybe it's after you achieve something, you realize that somebody's betrayed you. Could be like childish games. Or you just... Why is the betrayal there? Maybe you find yourself in a situation where you have to betray yourself in some area so that you can have success in another. The Four of Wands, happiness. Well, the Six of Cups. I want to say that whole little area feels like connecting with, like, soul family. Nice. The Eight of Swords, Justice, and the Star. This is almost like God saves you from something. God shows you the light at a very dark time. But yet, right? I want to say that I feel like, because the Four of Cups can be like showing you the light, but it's a dark time and it's pretty hard to see it. But it's like you get the fruition of that. You will get the fruition. That will come to fruition. Oh, that's interesting. Well, there you go. Yours was a little easier than Pisces was, but I don't know. I'm almost wondering if they're somehow connected. I don't know. I'm going to go do your extended Scorpio for anyone who would like to follow me over there. I think I'm going to look a little more closely at both of these. I'm going to look at who you can trust or not trust in the community. And I want to look at this happiness a little more deeply for you. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank you so much, Pisces. Scorpio. Till next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.